Hello there, this is Finn Fournier, and here's Proverbs 14:28 and cognitive functions. So, glory of a king is in an abundant nation, but in a wanting people there is destruction of a mighty one. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the lack of people is the destruction of the prince. A king's glory is in the number of his people, and for need of people a ruler may come to destruction. A large population is a king's splendor, but a lack of subjects is a prince's ruin. Rulers of powerful nations are held in honor. Rulers of weak nations are nothing at all. In the multitude of people is the dignity of the king, and in the small number of people the dishonor of the prince. And pretty much on and on like that. I'm thinking NI hero could be INFJ or INTJ. I'd like to say INTJ, but I'm thinking it's probably INFJ. But it's sort of more of a TE thing, even though it might go with FE. At least, like... No, I'm thinking INTJ. But it could be either. Yeah, it is strange, though, how so many have been convinced within this era of eugenics philosophies who would depopulate their own nations out of a fear of, too many people and all that sort of things, where it's like, how about instead of destroying the world, you figure out a way to get everyone to do useful things rather than just reducing everything so everyone's back to like the 1910s level of I mean, it's like, seriously, humanity could have spread through space. Like, see about the Orion space battleship with the nuclear pulse propulsion and whatnot. Could have 3% the speed of light, have outbound trajectories of generation ships. We could have colonized the solar system, especially if more were spent on, like, space rather than war. You could have just way more. But you need more people to do everything. Like, say, in the beginning, you have Adam and Eve. Everything on Earth belonged to them, but there's only two people. So who's going to provide order there? Who's going to do everything? It's like, you own everything, yet you can't make use of it because there's not enough workers. But now you have enough workers to do a ton of things, but you're mostly letting them go hungry. So what's the purpose of that? You should maximize food production, get more minerals mined up, otherwise make everything better rather than just reducing food production and making prices go through the roof while a handful of idiots get way larger numbers in their arbitrary banks and just let everyone else go through an infernal situation because you think it's a good philosophy. It's like all these jerks who would, that whole, it doesn't matter. Either way, well, it does matter. It's just, this is INFJ or INTJ, NI hero type at least, and I'd like to think INTJ because it is more about, like, the numbers thing rather than just FE per se. But it would be their honor to have a large group follow them versus very few. Could be FE in that manner, I guess. But it's like, if you don't have enough workers to get stuff done, you're not going to get anything done either. And, if you don't provide them good, useful work that actually provides for their needs as well as making something useful, then it's just a triviality. It's just working to work kind of thing, if there's any work. There should be more actual planning of things rather than just wasted effort and so much begging for barely useful, worthless employment. But, humanity should have filled the sky by now, filled the solar system at the very least. And instead we're all just near on starvation, struggling for bare survival needs because those in power look on humanity as a plague, and that's horrifying. It's obvious it's the devil that's convinced them to do that, because it's like just absurd. Like in the last Sentinel about, a human saying that humans should end. It's like, that's not something that makes any sense for a human to say. But, yeah, we should make more use of things in better ways and bring life and order to everything. And there needs to be a ton of people to be able to get that done, not just robots that mimic things. Humans have supercomputers in their skulls and can adjust to everything versus, just a mimicry of life in robots. Anyhow, take care everyone and try not to go crazy.